Hello, fellow traders. 'Tis I, TheRumpledOne, coming to you Friday, January the 5th. The year's 2024. Let's talk trading. Weekly wrap up. These videos are for educational purposes only. Your results may differ from mine. So, once again, risk management. Don't lose any more in any one particular trade than you are willing to lose. So, let's go ahead and take a look at the weekly. We can see we are down about 31, 32 pips from the weekly open. We have one open gap that did not fill, the New Zealand dollar, US dollar. Anything happen? It's NFP day. I forgot to put that on the heading. We definitely had some movement during NFP. You can see that big spike down and then back off that bottom. That all happened during NFP. We turned the day green, in fact. We we didn't quite get near the monthly open yet today, but we're close. We're only 30 pips off of it, 31 pips off, which is the same for the week, the month, and the year, right? So we'll just have to wait and see what happens. And if you can see here, we're back into the inside bar area that happened 7 days ago. We're in the upper wick zone for the previous day right now, and we've got some inside bar action over there. 85 pips for the day. You can see we've only got 5 pairs over 100, even though it was NFP. That seems kind of light. Notice here we're putting in pretty much a strong bottom right around this 2610 area, about 2610, 2612. This area here, you can look across and you can see what's happened. Price has just been rejecting off of that area. Look at the buy zone. You can see here we're in the we're in the buy zone right here. Price is stalling. You can see it probably needs to break around 26.95 area right here for it to continue up. But we have crossed that open a few times today. Once again, looking at that NFP release here, you can see prices moved a bunch of pips off of that bottom at the moment, 82 pips to be exact. We're in the upper rat zone. Red rats, get ready to feast. Just wait for your reversal signal. H4 moving up through the pivot. Bambino Flex said to go short. Price near pivot short. Well, it didn't work this time. It worked the first two. And usually, once it works, then it's like, okay, it's done. Don't try not to go back to the well too many times. That's just being smart. And let's see, we're 3 minutes in past the bottom of the hour. So it looks like we've got some price moving up. We took out that pivot on the daily. We've taken out the pivot on the weekly. We've taken out the pivot on the monthly. And if you look at H4, we've got an open pivot, this H4. We still have this big open pivot down here, which I think it's gonna have to crack that 2610 area to get there. So it's made a few attempts at it, you can see here, but it just hasn't been able to do it yet. I guess there's still some people wanting to buy the pound. We're in that upper wick zone from yesterday. Pretty big upper wick zone. But once again, price does not like closing inside the wick zone. And here on the weekly smart ranges, 150 pips for the week. So we beat last week, tied from 2 weeks ago. But we're still way below the average here at the ATR. We didn't break out at a high. We broke out at a low by 74 pips. High minus close for the red rats on the weekly, 66, 84 for the green rats. Buy zone or weekly crossover traders, high minus open, 39, open minus low, 111. So once again, that weekly open, you can start trading it, after that, the first day of the week opens. It's usually Sunday/Monday, depending on where you are. But there's usually pips to be had taking that. Simple price action chart here. Once again, candle color at the line doesn't get any simpler. And the funny thing is, you can put random lines out there. I've proven that before, over a decade ago. And if you just take candle color at the line, because once again, once you enter the trade, the reason why doesn't matter anymore. It's all about money management from there on out. And, once that sinks in, traders, that'll help you if you're ever hesitating to pull the trigger. Because, that's the biggest thing, is that you hesitate to pull the trigger. And then you get a little FOMO, so you might get in a pip or two late, and the next thing you know, price inflects on you. Yeah, it's happened to me more than once, and sometimes it still happens to me. Lack of focus, not paying attention. And, I should have done that, and then I jump in, and I wish I hadn't. It's just that simple. And we're watching M30 turn red here. It looks like it broke the high of the previous M30 and came back below. Sometimes, if I call it top scraping, you can just take that short and hope for the best. Once again, doesn't matter. The why doesn't matter. Then you just take the trade. Either you make it or you don't. And it is in the red rat territory. So there's pips to be made there. And once again, these videos are for educational purposes only. It's not financial or trading advice. You can see we've got the highest low right here at 26, looks like 90.1. Whoops. I hate it when it switches pairs on me like that. But you can see here, there was a trade there on that 1 minute chart that was good for about 2 or 3 pips, depending on how quick you were. And we're doing it again. Notice though, we're making slightly higher bottoms here, so you have to be careful. Got the one ball, which to me is a stop sign. It's like exit, even though sometimes it'll push further, but I'd rather be safe than sorry. And so here we're going to push down again. And that 90 would be worth about 3, well, it was worth about 3 pips, and you saw how fast they took it back. So that's why you can't be greedy. And there was a previous support line here. That's why it's blue. And once again, it got pushed back up. So we're making lower highs. We were making lower lows. So we'll see what happens here. And got about 30 seconds, 26 left in this, and there it pushed back down. So we were looking at the M1 here on M5. Looks like we got a little bit different numbers. Where's the highest low? It looks like it's right here at 87, so we're struggling at that area on the M5. And you can just wait this out. We've got another a little over 30 seconds in this bar. Looks like it's going to close below the previous mid. And you just have to see here. On M5, still above indicator 2. It's pushing down now. You can see here on M1, we're below indicator 2. Got the red M30 on our side, so you can see it. Nice push there. M1, that 90. Be worth 5 pips. 2 ball. Now it's funny, on the 1 balls, I will exit. On the 2 balls, I'll wait, because usually the 2 balls seem to push. Remember, the 3-level ZZ is a breakout indicator, not a reversal indicator. So when the ball appears, it means price is breaking out. And notice we stopped right around that resistance from 433 minutes ago. It's amazing how these lines, can act. Coming down to a support line here at the 78 level. Looking to see if it's going to crack the 75. We can come back to that. Okay, for the month, we're down 0.24%. Let's take a quick look at the range here. The range for the month will be the same for the week. 150, so we're well below the ATR. Let's just take a quick look at the ATR. So we have a target for the month, 437. You can see 2 years ago, 434. Looks like the lowest was 407. So January's haven't been that big so far, but we could push it and see what happens. Once again, that range after the first trading week here, it's about 1/4. So if we keep doing that, pushing it, but I don't know if we will push out. Looking at the trade reminder, let's start off with the month. We're between the wick zones, so we've got an inside bar right now, lower high, higher low. We cross below that monthly open. Looks like we're above the EMA 5. On the weekly, above the EMA 5, is that right? When we're right inside that lower wick zone right now, we were below it, so price is struggling, but there's such a tiny wick zone there. Previous range exceeded, we saw that. Okay, on the daily, inside the upper wick zone still, previous day range exceeded by 8.1 pips, slightly below the previous mid, slightly above the pivot. We crossed above the pivot, and we've got a lower high, lower lows. So we've got actually one of those funny bars where the bar is green, but we got a lower high, lower low. So, fellow traders, that pretty much wraps it up for the week. I'm going to wish you a fun and safe weekend, and I'm going to remind you, as always, when you're trading, always remember, never forget, it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. So go out there and drain the banks. This is the Rumpled One, over and out.